Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's Kylan. Today we are going to be doing a super fun and colorful get ready with me. So I started this video with no makeup because I thought I would spice it up a little bit. I do have brows on though, so that's why I look a little bit crazy, but basically we are going to be doing a super fun and colorful look using the Lemonade palette from Dominique Cosmetics that launched this summer. I thought I would do a super fun and colorful look for you guys. I kind of have an idea in my head of what I want to do. It could go totally south and just like not look good at all, but we're gonna see what happens. So if you guys want to see what look I come up with, then just stay tuned. Okay, so I just zoomed you guys in up close and personal. You can see my friends, so just ignore that. Also, let me know what you guys think of the white background. I decided to try it out for a tutorial and just see if we like it or not, so make sure you let me know in the comments down below like what you think about it, if you like the shoes better or if you like sort of this muted background where you can really see the colors and focus on the makeup more, and me of course. So to start out, I'm going to be taking Nude Tea and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. The next color I'm going to be taking is Sweet Tea, and I do appreciate that the colors are on here. I'm holding the palette upside down, I don't know why. I do appreciate that the colors are listed on the bottom, so I'm going to be taking Sweet Tea, which is this really rich like burnt orange right here, and I love Sweet Tea, so we're going to go in with that today, and I am using a MAC 224. Oh wow, these colors are so pigmented. So basically we're just fluffing this into the crease as a sort of starting point, and it is a little dark for like how we're starting out, but you know, it's whatever. We're gonna blend it up and out. And Nude Tea is basically just like a matte bone color that I like to do sometimes. You can use it to set the whole lid, or you can just use it as your brow bone highlight, whatever you want. And this color literally just blended out so effortlessly. I'm really impressed. And as always, when we get to the end of the crease, we're gonna kind of start dragging it out as we have less product on the brush. I'm really excited because I want to play with the yellow colors in this palette, but I also want to make it kind of more wearable, so we're gonna see if I can attempt that today. The next color I'm going to go in with is Mango, which is right next to Sweet Tea, and it is a very mustard toned yellow. And we are going to put this a little bit lower in the crease to give that really yellow kind of sunset vibe. We don't want to mix it too much because we really want this color to show up top, so I'm going to put it a little lower. Wow, it's really pigmented. Kind of creates like this orange whenever you kind of mix them together. It's like a more brown orange. So I don't know why I just thought of this while I'm applying this eyeshadow. I was looking at my nose and I just have so many blackheads. Have you guys seen like the microscopes people have been using? I've seen a couple of people use it. I think Manny did one. It was like male beauty guru skin, and you can, oh my gosh, you can see like everything. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my Born This Way concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain, by the way, and I'm basically going to cut the lid so that when we put the lemon soda shade down, which I'll show you guys in a second, it'll be super vibrant and we'll have this base underneath for it to stick to. And I'm also just using a like synthetic flat top lid brush. What are these called? Synthetic concealer brushes, duh. And I'm gonna use this, and it's from a Morphe set. It doesn't have a number on it, but I think it was like one of the starter sets, and that's what I'm gonna use to carve out the lid. By the way, if you hear a chewing noise, that's my dog chewing her bone. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is like really difficult for me because of the way my eyes are shaped. I've said this multiple times, but I have very, very hooded eyes. So I'm going to take lemon soda, that's the color, and it's right here, and I'm going to basically take the same brush and dip it into here and just pick up this color. We're going to spray it with a little bit of facial spray just to make sure that we don't get a lot of fallout. So this shade is not really going on how I thought. So I'm gonna try with my finger. That's working much better. You wanna make sure that you apply this while the lid is still like tacky, while the concealer is still tacky. So that color applies so much better with your finger than a brush, so I would just keep that in mind. So the next thing I'm going to do in order to blend out this like unevenness between the lid colors is I'm going to take a smaller tapered blending E45 and I'm going to take that color Mango and we're going to use that right in between, or right at the end of where we put that lid shade. And this is just going to help soften up some of the unevenness that we have in that area. I'm even going to take a little bit of sweet tea as well in this area. It's funny because I meant for this to be a more chatty video, but because I like started on the eyeshadow and then I had all this concentration, I just like completely forgot to like speak, you know? Does that happen to anybody else? So I'm going to go back in with a 224 and we're going to make sure we blend out all of the edges. So now that we finished with the eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, apply some mascara, and put on some falsies, and then I will be back to finish the rest of the face as well as the lower lash line, because you guys know I definitely want to use one of these blues for the lower lash line. I haven't decided which one yet. Probably this one, right? Alright guys, so we are zoomed out now. I have the lashes on and I'm going to like do my face and then come back to the lower lash line, I think. So we're going to go ahead and start out with primer. Today I'm using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I found this in my sister's room as well. And by the way, I did ask her to borrow the Lemonade palette, but I didn't ask her to borrow this. But she doesn't use it anyway, so I don't know. I just remembered that I used to love this stuff so much, and it used to keep my makeup on so long. It does give like a white cast, so just ignore that. Okay, so you guys are going to be probably surprised, but I really want to give the Luminous Silk Foundation another shot. So this is in the shade 3.5. This is actually my sister's shade, but I think it'll match me because I literally got so tan and I don't know how. I mean, I went to the beach, I know how, but like I don't know how because I normally don't ever get that tan. So it's just really weird that that happened to me. It's just such a hydrating formula, but sometimes it can pick up on dry skin, so we're gonna test this out today. And by the way, I'm using a Real Techniques sponge. I am liking the way it's looking so far. The main thing I don't like about this foundation is just like the lasting power of it. It's just like not good. But anyways, now we're gonna go in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer again. And we're gonna use this to highlight. And we're gonna make sure we have this on the sides of the nose as well. Okay, here we go. Again with the Real Techniques sponge, I'm going to blend out this concealer. Oh my gosh, my skin looks really good right now. I don't know what it is, but it just looks really good. I'm into it. So you can just see it's so natural and skin-like, but I do have to set it, of course, because I have the oiliest skin ever. So I am going to go in with the Peach Perfect powder. And this is literally my favorite powder. It makes my makeup last so much longer. I notice such a difference when I don't use this. It's kind of like ridiculous how much different it is for me. So I'm going to blend out the creases underneath my eyes and then go ahead and apply the powder. And I'm not going to bake for too long because, you know, I do still want to have like this kind of lighter, airy look to the face, but we do need to set everything in place. Make sure we set the nose. That has to happen. And then of course the chin. I wanted to do a little bit of cream contour, so I am just going to take the Hoola Quickie stick And just add a little bit of this to my cheeks, the forehead as well. And I'm just gonna take a Real Technique sponge and blend it out super quick, super easy, and just try to stay away from the powder that we already placed down. I love just like how natural this foundation looks. That's one thing about this foundation that I do love, is just like how, like, even though I have like so much on, it really looks like the skin. So then I'm gonna go ahead and set like the center of my forehead because I don't like to look shiny there. For kind of like the perimeters of the face, I like to pretty much just take that powder and just very lightly tap over everything, the contour that we set down, everything like that, and just make sure everything is set in place. And I don't even use a ton of powder for this. I kind of just like blot it around, just because you really want the products that you put on top not to like move around, you know? I literally just love this powder. I forgot how smooth it makes my skin look. It's like incredible. Alright guys, so the next thing we're going to do is go back to the lower lash line now that we've done the rest of the face. Well, we're going to finish up the face in a minute. But I am going to go ahead and take the color, I think I'm going to take Cucumber because it's a little bit lighter, and I'm going to take that on just a MAC 212 brush. And I am taking it on this kind of brush because I really want it to be very specifically placed. So I'm basically just going to press this into the lower lash line. So I don't know if you guys can see, but it is a very faint shade. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of Blueberry Fizz like on top, like right on this outer part. Okay, so I really like the way it looks with Blueberry Fizz on the outside. I feel like the contrast really brings out that Cucumber shade that's right in the middle there. Just to make sure that the edges are blended, I am gonna take this brush and a little bit of Sweet Tea and just bring this right on the bottom of the two shades, just to kind of blend it out. So then I'm just going to add some mascara to my lower lashes, and I'm just using the Better Than Sex mascara. And I wish I had an eyeliner to put in the waterline that would match with this little color right here, but I don't, sadly, so I'm not going to do that. For the heck of it, I'm going to add Pink Lemonade, which is right here, and I'm going to add that in the inner corner. So to do this, I'm going to use a Morphe E18, and I'm just literally going to pick up Pink Lemonade on the brush and just pop this on the inner part of the eye. Ooh, I love the way that looks. Very, very cool. Alright guys, so that concludes the eyes. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish up the face. So we are almost done, guys. So to contour, I'm going to go in with the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. And I am basically going to take this right where I put down that cream contour. And I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light brush, the shade side, because I really like how angled and precise it is. For blush today, I'm going to go with something super neutral. This is Paaarty from Tarte. You guys know this is like my go-to blush. And I did want to mix it up with the other products I used today. So I think it's okay if I use this blush because, you know, I used like so many other new different things. And I think this blush just pairs really well with the, I'm going to bring it over my nose for some sunburn effect. I think this blush pairs really well with the eye look because it's very neutral. Alright guys, and then for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Sundipped Glow Kit from Anastasia and the Anastasia A23 brush for highlight. And I kind of want to mix Moonstone and bronzed. Just like a tap of bronzed. And then we're just going to pop this on our cheekbones. Because of the fact that this foundation is a little more glowy, I don't want to look super crazy later on if I have like a ton of highlight on. But I'm gonna highlight my nose because I cannot not do that. It just looks so cute. And I'm using just the shade Moonstone on my nose, by the way. And then last but not least for lips, I'm going to be using the KKW and Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Kimberly to top off. And this is a very pretty, like, very muted nude. I do want to add a little bit of definition just around the lip line just to make them look a little bit more like present, because this color really blends in with like my just like my skin tone, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the NYX lip liner in Natural just to like the outside of my lips. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. It took us a while to get here. I don't even know what time I started filming, but here we are. It's colorful, it's yellow, it's pink, it's all the blues on the lower lash line. It is so wearable, and I think that this palette is really beautiful. The pigmentation, especially on the matte, is so creamy. I'm so impressed. I think that it was so perfect for this summer makeup tutorial. If you guys love this tutorial and you're still watching till now, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below before you leave, and give this video a thumbs up and leave your requests down below as well, because I would love to hear them, and let me know what you guys thought of this look. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.